Hey everybody, I'm here at my audience of 5 and I have my visual down here. It is of my best friends getting married. Today I'm going to persuade you on why you should date your spouse. My husband and I have been married going on 7 years and it hasn't always been the easiest. We battle with being overworked, we have children, with one child, and we also battle with finances. So I'm going to discuss a few of that with you today. I have several note cards to read to you, and one is from My Domain from Sherry Strickford. She wrote helpful ways on how to overcome being overworked. So one of the things she was saying was just know when to draw the line from work and home. If you work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, leave work at home Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. When you get in, you should physically and emotionally embrace your spouse. You should stick to your schedule for your work hours. The master bedroom should be used for the master bedroom, not for your work stuff. Another thing that me and my husband struggle with is my little boy. He's our world. We revolve everything around him. And what we have to realize is that once he grows up and gets married and moves out, then it's still me and my husband there. And we have to figure out ways to make it work for he and I. So we still do have to date each other and go out on dates and be okay with finding a babysitter or leaving him at the grandparents' house. And third was finances. You know, it's expensive to go out to eat if you want a nice date. So what she suggests we're to do from Whitney Poplar was that you could actually spend the day at home, obviously, but you could rewatch your wedding night and the reception and just kind of reminisce on why you fell in love, why you love each other. Another thing she said that you could do was to go out on a hike or just wake up in the morning and watch the sunset together. Something that's simple and free and easy. Or you can always cook at home. This, you know what you like. You're not worried about getting dialed up to go to a restaurant. You're not worried about spending money and then complaining about the food whenever you don't like it. So there are several ways that you could still date your spouse without spending a fortune. One other thing she said was that you can play a board game. My husband and I are super competitive, so I've never even thought about doing something like that, but that's actually a really good idea. And third, once you get past the whole going out on dates or just talking, you have to also think about the bedroom. Yes, I'm talking about sex. It's a college class here. I think that we can all talk about that here. But in an article from, let's see, what was it? It was the End Stage of Life website for marriage. It says that 55% of couples over 65 are having sex more than once a week. That's a high number for grandma and grandpa here. But it says that 45% of married couples aren't fully satisfied with their sex life. That's a pretty big number here. It shows that 39% of people are looking for more love and romance in their marriage, and 36% of the married couples would like more quality time with their partner. So to me, those are some pretty high numbers to look at. Next, I was going to go to the divorce rates. We're actually seeing, which was surprising to me, the CDC is showing that the divorce rate has dropped 18% from 2008 and 2016. The only thing with that is that I found kind of alarming was that they only included 44 states on that, and the people who were actually allowed to chime in, some of them were not even married. So I find that the divorce rate is probably actually a lot higher. If it were to be lower, it's because people aren't getting married, they're getting married later in life, or they're just being much more independent. So that is that. And also, I want to wrap up with just the whole cliche, happy spouse, happy house. I do find that to be true, because I feel that if you are just stressed out and intense and everything, you take it out on each other, then you take it on your kids, they can feel that tension. So just in the end, if you date your spouse and just spend time with them that is needed, then you can reflect that for your kids. Your kids can see my parents are happy in life, and then once they get married, they can keep up that tradition as well. And that is pretty much it. So I hope that you enjoyed my speech, and go date your spouse. Thank you. One thing that I want to add into addition with this, I know that I used my friend's picture of her and her husband. I used it because the visual was much bigger than what I have, but I do have a picture of my husband and myself. We got married November 23rd, 2012. We had actually met at the hospital that I work at. Really crazy incident. We're not even going to go there with this. And then this is a picture that I have of us and our little boy. He'll be 3 December 8th, and he is our world, but we know that one day he's not going to be living with us anymore. And as hard as that is on Mama's heart, I have to date this man right here in order to keep our marriage alive and strong before we are left with only us two. So I hope that this speech helps you and makes you realize that yes, time is busy and that we all get stressed out, but at the end of the day we have to make time for our spouse, rekindle the flame, figure out why you fell in love with him or her, and go on a date. Thank you.